Welcome to the part 2 of lecture 3.3, the derivatives of trigonometric functions. Examples 6 through 10. Number 6, find y prime if y is equal to the 7th root of the quantity 1 minus cosine 7x raised to 5. Okay, meron tayo ditong x na nasa loob ng quantity and nasa loob din ng radical. This one, take note, can be expressed as y is equal to 1 minus quantity 1 minus cosine 7x raised to 5 over 7 by the definition of fractional exponents. In turn, we can represent this as, this implies that this is representable into u raised to 5 over 7. So let us let u be equal to 1 minus cosine 7x. And then the derivative of u with respect to x is equal to 0 minus. Okay, the derivative of cosine is negative sign of the same angles, 7x. And then multiply to the derivative of the angle, which is 7. Multiplying that, we have positive 7 sine 7x, okay? You are not going to multiply 7 to 7x, no. Please, no. So, the 7x here is protected. So, you cannot modify that. Okay, next. Using the representation, actually, this is the chain rule that we call. So, we start by y is equal to u raised to 5 over 7. Taking the derivative of y with respect to x, using the formula for the power, we have 5 over 7 u raised to negative 2 over 7 times the derivative of u with respect to x. Okay, so let us, before substituting the u and the derivative of u, let us rearrange first our given. So this becomes 5 times the derivative of u with respect to x. We can put that already on the numerator. And then on the denominator, we have 7th root of u squared. Okay. Now, since we have already rearranged the quantities, we can now substitute. 5 times 7 sine of 7x over 7 times the 7th root of u. The u is 1 minus cosine 7x and quantity squared. Okay, this will cancel out. So let us just simplify the answer. We have 5 sine 7x over the 7th root of the quantity 1 minus cosine 7x squared. So this answer is already okay, but if you will still rationalize this, it will also be okay. Example 7. So this is the innermost u. Okay, but what are we going to do here will be, we will just let u be equal to cosine of 3 over x. Here, we will let u be equal to cosine 3 over x. What is the derivative of this? So we have negative sine of 3 over x. It is not changed. And then multiplied by the derivative of 3 over x, which is negative 3 over x squared. Okay. Negative times negative, that would be positive 3 over x squared sine of 3 over x. So let's put a parenthesis here so that you will be reminded that 3 over x is inside the sine function. Okay, now, using the substitution, we have here y is equal to secant u. The derivative of y with respect to x is equal to secant u tangent u, using the formula for secant, and then multiplied by the derivative of u with respect to x. All right. So substituting the values, we have secant of cosine 3 over x, and then tangent of cosine 3 over x. That is the u. This is the u. And then multiplied by the derivative. So multiplied to 3x squared, 3 over x squared, sine of 3 over x. Rearranging the terms, we have 3 over x squared, secant of cosine 3 over x. You can put parentheses here if you want, but it will be okay if not, because it is already understood that 3 over x is inside the trigonometric functions. And then we have sine of 3 over x. This is now the final answer. Example 8, y is equal to cosecant of 5 over x times tangent of 8 over x. This one takes the form u times v, a product. This is the u, and then this is the v, where u and v are both trigonometric functions, and the angles inside them are both rational function. We have here over x. Okay, so let u be equal to cosecant of 5 over x. Well, you know that 5 over x is inside the cosecant. Okay, even without the parentheses, it should be understood that 5 over x is inside the cosecant. Okay, next, let us get the derivative of u. So that would be cosecant of 5 over x negative, and then cotangent of 5 over x, and then multiplied by the derivative of 5 over x, that is negative 5 over x squared. So you are highly encouraged to practice solving so that you can compute this fast. Okay, negative times negative, 5 over x squared, cosecant of 5 over x, cotangent of 5 over x. And then next, v is tangent 8 over x. The derivative of v with respect to x is secant squared of 8 over x times negative 8 over x squared. So negative 8 over x squared is the derivative of 8 over x. Rearranging the terms, you have negative 8 over x squared, secant squared 8 over x. Okay, we have y is equal to u times v. The derivative of y with respect to x, this we have product rule, u dv plus v du. Substituting the values, u is equal to cosecant of 5 over x, and then multiplied to the dv, negative 8 over x squared. Don't forget the grouping symbol since we have here negative. Okay, that's u dv plus v, or v is tangent 8 over x, and then the du, we have 5 over x squared, cosecant of 5 over x, cotangent of 5 over x. Okay, so let's see if there's a common factor among the terms. So let's highlight the common factor. So we have over x squared. That's a common factor. And what else? Oh, cosecant 5 over x. All right, so we will take those out. So we have 1 over x squared, cosecant of 5 over x. And then ang matitira na lang, we can use parentheses here instead of bracket. Okay, ang matitira na lang ay negative 8, secant squared of 8 over x, and then plus 5. 5 tangent 8 over x, cotangent 5 over x. This is now the final answer. Ninth example, we have find the derivative of m with respect to theta if m is equal to sine of theta cubed minus theta squared all over theta. Okay. We have here the form u over v because we have theta on the numerator and theta on the denominator. So this one is a quotient. Okay, let u be equal to sine of theta cubed minus theta squared. Okay, getting the derivative of u with respect to theta, not with respect to x, be careful. We have cosine of theta cubed minus theta squared, and then multiply to the derivative of the angle. 3 theta squared minus 2 theta. Okay, rearranging the terms, this becomes 3 theta squared minus 2 theta, and then cosine of the quantity theta cubed minus theta squared. Okay, next, let's have the v. V is theta, very, very easy. The derivative is equal to 1. The derivative of m with respect to theta is equal to v du minus u dv. With respect to theta, be careful, all over v squared. Okay, v is equal to theta. And then multiplied to the derivative of u, we have here 3 theta squared quantity minus 2 theta cosine of the quantity theta cubed minus theta squared minus u. U is sine of theta cubed minus theta squared multiplied to the derivative of v, which is just positive 1. Okay, and then all over theta squared. Okay, so we will just simplify the numerator. There will be no simplifications anymore for this. Okay, hindi natin pwede i-cancel to kasi wala namang theta dun sa second term. Dun sa may sign, wala. Ang gagawin lang natin, we will factor this. We are going to take out theta. Okay, so the final answer is theta squared times the quantity 3 theta minus 2, and then cosine of the quantity theta cubed minus theta squared minus sine of the quantity theta cubed minus theta squared, and then all over theta squared. This is now the final answer. But if you want to make the fraction bar shorter, you can move the theta squared here. So just like this one. And then multiplied to the quantity theta squared. Itong isang buo na to. Okay. Example 10, we have here, find the derivative of s is equal to 4 over 3 t raised to 1/3 cosine of 2 over 3 t raised to 1/3. So, we must emphasize that 2 over 3 t raised to 1/3 is inside the cosine function. Okay, here it's a little bit difficult, but let's see for the clue. Kailangan talaga dito nagpa-practice kayo mag-solve so para pwede natin gamitan ng mga techniques. Okay, inside the cosine function, we have 2 over 3, t raised to 1/3. And outside, we also have t raised to 1/3, which is the same as the literal coefficient or the variable inside the cosine function. And then aside from that, we also have here 4 over 3. So 4 over 3 is equal to 2 times 2 over 3. Okay? Sige, let's express that first. So S is equal to 2 times 2 over 3 t raised to 1/3 cosine of 2 over 3 t raised to 1/3. Okay, parehas. So ito pwede natin tong i-let. Okay, let u be equal to 2/3 t raised to 1/3. Okay? So we have the derivative of u with respect to t. So we have 2/3 times 1/3 t raised to negative 2 over 3. 2 over 9, t raised to negative 2 over 3. So using the substitution, we have s is equal to, okay, 2. Saan galing yung 2? Eto. Okay, and then followed by u. U cosine u. O see, it will now be easier to differentiate because we have the following substitution. The derivative of s with respect to t, so we have here a product. Okay, u times v. So it's a product. We're going to make use of the product formula. Yung 2, nasa labas lang. So we have here 2 times u dv. Okay, sige, wag tayo mag-shortcut. U dv plus v du with respect to t. Okay. Now, we will have 2 times the quantity u. The derivative of cosine u is negative sign. Lalagyan natin ng parenthesis, ha? Kapag hindi natin nilagyan ng parenthesis, mamamali tayo. It will become like this. Nagiging subtraction, which is hindi dapat. Multiplication tayo, so dapat meron kang parenthesis dito. And then after that, you have the derivative of u with respect to t. And then plus cosine u times the derivative of u with respect to t. Okay, ayusin muna natin to before we substitute back the value of u. So we have 2 times negative u sine u times the derivative of u with respect to t plus cosine u times the derivative of u with respect to t. So, meron tayong common factor, yung derivative of u with respect to t. So, we can actually take that out since alam natin na may value yung derivative of u with respect to t. So, ilabas natin yan dito. So, dito sa labas. Para hindi na magulo yung loob. Okay, now, we can substitute the values. So, we have 2 times 2 over 9, t raised to negative 2/3. And then, times the quantity negative u, negative 2 over 3, t raised to 1/3, sine of u, okay, plus cosine of u. O, di ba? Ayusin lang natin. We can actually take also the negative here to the front. Kapag may mga ganito tayo na may negative sa unahan, pwede naman natin ipag-switch itong dalawa. But if you want to, pwede natin ilabas yung negative sign. Okay, ilabas natin yon. So we have negative 4 over 9. And then yung t raised to 2/3, ilagay na natin dito. And then multiply to the quantity 2 over 3. T raised to 1/3 of sine. And then sine 2/3. T raised to 1/3. And then minus. Okay, minus na. Kasi nilabas na natin yung negative. Minus cosine of 2/3 t raised to 1/3. So this is now the final answer. You have reached the end of the lecture 3.3. You are highly encouraged to answer the exercises at the end of this video courseware.